for the next battle.
Hello, Shad. Chad? Am I reading that right, Chad? Yeah, you know what? Hitting and running. Oh, right. The heat dash cans. Hello, guys. Hi, Jed, and hi, Shad. This is a short one, a very, very short one, actually, because we're leaving in a few minutes. So I'm just taking some time to lab before going out. How you guys doing? I'm not even kidding when I say that this is a very short one. So thank you, Shad. We believe in today. So, but yeah, Jed, thank you very much. I believe in your potential, Jed. I'm gonna be honest with you, but please just don't gamble too much. Please, I beg you. Yeah, we're doing good, Chad. Chad, I never got to ask. Who do you use? Yep, that's two here. Oh, I have outside work. I have outside work to go to, and that's pretty important. So, yeah. What time is it where you are, Shad? Dude, that was like, no, that's one. That's one option. I mean, that's just one thing, Jed. There's more, but eventually, I know you'll realize it. I wonder something. Yeah, that's too crooked. It's not gonna work. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, Steve, man. There we go. Struggle to close out games. I get you, dude. Here's the funny thing. I actually intend to... There's this one... one segment that a lot of people have also been asking me to do. Since in case you don't know, I actually do coach. Some of my students are actually, or some of my viewers actually want to see a live coaching session. Right, 1056 Colorado. To neutralize the bear with Steve, DF1. Matthew, I'm still waiting for your message. If we are indeed, yeah. Yeah, dude. Jin, here's the catch. Jin, when I find the right motivation to play Jin again, right? Because I really am focused on Raven. That's all good. It's all good, chat. As in the Tekken King spectrum of things, if you're a Steve, there are gonna be some players who don't know how to deal with Steve yet. That's a bit sad in my opinion, because Steve is not, in my opinion, Steve is not necessarily very high up there when it comes to knowledge check. You have to kind of take advantage of that for now, Dad. What the hell? Yay. Look at that. That's a lifesaver right there. That is a lifesaver. Imagine if you launch somebody. I've been labbing this quite a bit. Imagine if you launch somebody in this really awkward position. Are you gonna go with that? Right? For nothing? Imagine that. Are you gonna go with nothing? Or are you gonna try? There was one situation that I actually botched this because I didn't think that the opponent that I was gonna face was not gonna face forward. It was a Raven. Now, if only I can save my tornado. It'll be nicer if I can actually save my tornado. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah. Unless, that's an option right there. That's an option. I understand. Matthew the rich man. It's Matthew the rich man. Rich man problems. Unless I could use heat here. Hold on. Because I'm sure I can use heat. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Lazy way out though. Hi, Quickie. There he is. And hi, Dan Dice. What's good, man? Welcome. What? Oh yeah, what seems to be the problem, Shad? What seems to kill you? What seems to be the problem that you notice as to why you cannot close out round? Steve actually belongs to some of the characters who have kind of good round closing moves, man. Or do you buckle when it's pressure time? Defense, right? There you go. So that is gonna be a problem. You see, Steve is paid for. You pay Steve for safety. Making my first tournament. Ooh, okay. Well, I understand you, Mr. Beyblade Quickie. So hopefully we get to catch you very soon. You have a problem with defense. I get you. So there's. So let me guess. You tend to rely so much on back one. I could be wrong. Again, correct me if I am. You tend to rely so much on back one, and your flow charts become eventually very, very predictable for your opponent. Is that right? Yeah, and when you go to rank, Jed, that'll be like one good training ground. I'll be honest with you, for you to understand where you're gambling too much. Pretty much half of it. Yes, there we go. Yeah, because if you've been a Steve ever since, you do backdash a lot. There we go. So that's the problem. You see, Steve, you have to understand this. Oh yes, Bat Ninam. You told me about Bat Ninam. He's very decent. Hey, yo. Hey, that'll be fun, Quickie. I'd appreciate that, but at the same time, I'd be creeped out. Bat Ninam is a good Zafina player. I faced him as a king before, but I was Jin in my defense. And I feel that Bat Ninam understands the concept of the game, but he does make questionable decisions. Okay, so let me get back to you, Shad. If you KBD a lot as a Steve, and even if you notice when I play him, if you KBD so much as a Steve, you're giving up so much potential for your offense. And you'll be left to test your defense when your opponent's far away. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Because Steve doesn't function on long-range encounters. He's very good up close. That's what you have to understand. And maybe some people don't really get that. Steve is very, very good in like close quarter combat, right? We kind of know this already. So if you make too much space between you and your opponent, that's really gonna suck. You know? You can't keep KBDing in this game as a Steve specifically. Steve only has 1+2 long range. No, Steve has Albatross. He has rocket launcher. Yeah. He has rocket launcher. He has these things. The problem is, you don't get anything from that. Right? Ooh, that's a good way. That is a good way. I like that. Okay, so that's pretty decent. I know. I hope so too. So yeah, guys, I'm only staying for a few more minutes, but let me answer that real quick. Real quick, Shad. What you have to understand, right, is the fact that if you make too much gap between you and your opponent, then all of these, right, all of these mix-ups. Yeah, me too. I'm waiting for Bob. All of these mix-ups will be for nothing. You have to find that sweet spot for Steve. This is why he's difficult to play. Because you can't be too far. You can't be too near. Right? So, if you're a little too greedy in making distance, you're giving up your opportunity to pressure your opponent. If that makes sense, Shad. I mean, look at it from an actual mixed martial artist perspective. What do they do against boxers? They make gaps, right? So, big damage. Precisely. He's too good in close combat. Yes, as a Jin player, if you're up close with Steve, you're gonna be at a very, very bad spot. That's what you have to understand, Jen. I mean, it's common logic when it comes to fighting, right? Okay, so you see what I did there? That is raw 95 damage without heat. Without heat. It depends on matchups. Yes, precisely. So say, for example, if you're up against Clive, you can't make your distance, right? Now, here's what's crazy. Matchups. Now, here's the crazy part. Against Yoshimitsu, you cannot be up close as a Steve. Because And that's why coaching is a thing, right? And we'll talk about that very soon. Like a general idea, you can't be up close against Yoshimitsu because you'll get flashed. Paul and Yoshimitsu, Paul versus Yoshimitsu, or Paul and Yoshimitsu? That's a bit of a confusing question. Who would you say is the most consistent character in the sense that he or she is well balanced and best for competitive play? Is it Dragunov? He's one of them, yes. There's no such thing as like really consistent. Even Dragunov has his moments, his bad moments. Yep, that's right, Jed. I think there's no such thing in tournament, but I'd say that Feng is the most efficient in distance control. He's really the most efficient in space control. Absolutely not worth it. I am not using my heat for that. I am certainly not using my heat for that. See, that's what sucks, because this is a little too F21 has a lot of issues. What's my opinion on Clive right now? I'll be honest with you, man. Clive right now is more than... I feel that Clive is quite lackluster, but I think in high level, he can be very, very effective. That's what I feel about Clive. Because he still has the tools that make him good. He has 1+2, he has running 2, right? So these tools right here, they're very useful for Clive to either close distance and force the mix-up. I don't think there's anything right now about Clive that's pretty bad. That is so not worth it, dude. His back stance of uppercut is a must-read play for me. Yeah. Is that launch punishable? Are you talking about Steve? Yeah, technically, it's called Snake Charmer. Technically, Snake Charmer is launch punishable. Oh yeah, I have not labbed that. There we go. See? That's why he's my new main until Bob comes back. You better stick with that promise, Quickie. Unless they remove Wave Dash on Bob. They're never gonna remove Wave Dash on Bob. It's a signature. You know what I mean? Dude, this is... Yeah, I gotta lab this, man. Look at that. So maybe F22 will work. So no tornado here. Dude, this is gonna be new content, right? I have to find a way to make that. You know, I gotta find a way to make this get out the wall. If there is a way. Interesting. This is very interesting. So that's really what I usually get. Victor and Xiaoyu as pockets, I get you. So this one, and then yada yada. This is what I usually do. Yeah, that's consistent. Right? Okay. Now what we gotta do is this. I gotta find something here. Because if that works, I'm okay. No, and that was perfect too. See, they gotta buff that on Steve, man. They gotta buff that on Steve. It's so jank. Hey, thank you. I'll see you, Jed. Appreciate it. See you very soon. The Guam peeps? Yeah, I mean, he did mention that he is gonna try. I should at least get that down, dude. Crazy. I remember hitting 3-1-1 here, but it's so difficult. Yeah, see? A bit shallow. See, it's hard. It's hard to use it. Unless... Yeah, Shad, let me know if there's anything else that you need clarification on. Majority of the people here in my chat are actually my students, man. So if you need like vouching, you can ask. And I don't mean to like put pressure on them or anything. When my Raven become GOD, I'll pick up the bear. Yep. Bears are really nice to play. Absolutely worth it, dude. Legit. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up later. So F2 jab, and then yeah, this. I just gotta be really consistent with that. So here we go, yada yada. But that's a lot stricter than the usual. Hey, thank you, Mark. You're really too kind. But yeah, Shad, I'll talk to you very soon. I'm excited to work with you eventually. If I can at least while standing on that. Ooh, it's really too crooked. Super good. Super good right there. That is pretty sick. But yeah, not worth, in my opinion. Not actually worth using heat. Dude, if you get half life from this, from a bad launch. Imagine that. Yeah, this thing is pretty old actually. But I just gotta master it. This could be a game changer in tournament. So say for example, they know that they shouldn't face forward. Oh no, heck no. I got a plan. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for staying for me. Staying for the stream real quick. I gotta prep. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Quickie. How to play Nina, says Kiri Nemuri. Dude, there's no right way to play Nina. Trust me. Just play Tekken. I'm not even joking when I say that, Kiri Nemuri. You just gotta play Tekken with Nina. You play her as is, yes. Make correct decisions. I'm not even joking. A lot of Ninas make the mistake of trying to knowledge check everybody. And then when they start facing a player who actually knows how to deal with Nina, and maybe that's what's been happening to you, it's gonna suck, right? Nina is not mix-up heavy. She's neutral heavy. Dude, Nina's neutral is beyond average. Beyond. And I'm not kidding when I say beyond average. She's tricky to play, of course, because she was never a beginner character. Nina was never a beginner character, ever. You know what I mean? She never was. She was never a beginner character. So you're gonna have to dig deep. Be scientific with Nina. Anyways, gotta go, guys, really. Thank you, Kiri Nemuri. I'll catch you on for the longer streams, maybe tomorrow onwards. Cheers, guys. Peace.